So this is J.A Steel. I'm here with Dan Carroll. Dan, what is it exactly that you do here at DragonCon?
I am the Media Relations Director at DragonCon, and I have a three-part job. I make sure that folks like yourself get with our celebrities who come to visit and get with some of our folks who come as attendees so you can do interviews for your podcast. I also take care of making sure that the media that comes gets the support they need, and thirdly, I sit down with folks like you and talk about DragonCon, the most amazing event on earth.
I find it so vastly different than there's another fest on the West Coast, and it's a little bit more media-centric that the filmmakers, you're there to really push and promote the product. And I noticed when I arrived yesterday, and I'm a DragonCon virgin, so thank you for, popping my cherry, so to speak, if that's appropriate or inappropriate. Kelly's laughing. Hi, Kelly. Hi. That it's all about the fans. It is the most amazing experience to sit down and talk with the fans about what they like, what they didn't like about the films. It's not so much about the celebrities, is what I'm kind of gathering from the festival. It's about a group of individuals coming together and celebrating comics, movies, books, television.
Let's go ahead and use the F word, fandom. It's all about fandom, and it's about the fans who make fandom happen. One of the things I heard about DragonCon yesterday that I had never heard from one of our directors, and the phrase was this: DragonCon is where fans come to see celebrity guests from 8 in the morning until 7 at night. From 7 o'clock on, the celebrity guests come to see the fans. We like to think that the biggest celebrity at DragonCon, the biggest draw here is DragonCon itself. We have, this year we're estimating almost 55,000 people in attendance. We take up 5 hotels in downtown Atlanta. We're host to the largest parade in the city of Atlanta. We have 3,100 marchers, and I'm guessing about 17,000 people watching on the street. For those of you who might have seen the video elsewhere, it's an amazing event, our parade. It's our 11th year, but we've grown considerably from our first days, and we've grown always on the same principles, which is we want to put on the convention we want to go to. Yes, we're really happy to have Stan Lee and really happy to have Jim Starlin, Neil Adams, other folks from the world of comics. We're happy to have Richard Dean Anderson, Gillian Anderson, all those celebrities from television and film. But we're most happy when we see people coming up and down the escalators just smiling with glee.
Yeah, the amazing thing is it's over 5 hotels.
That's correct.
So with the Skybridge, I got on the Skybridge mistakenly. I got in the wrong line trying to get over to talk to everybody here in the press room, and it was amazing that all the fans, nobody was in a hurry, nobody cared that we were standing in line. Everybody was talking back and forth just about the experience and, hey, nice costume, hey, this isn't it great to be here, yeah, I was here last year. And there are so many repeat con goers that it's fantastic, I think, that you keep bringing them back year after year.
Yeah, actually, from a personal point of view, my first director at DragonCon hasn't been coming to DragonCon just because she lives so far away. She's here from DC today. I was touring around a group of executives from a major media outlet here in Atlanta, and we came across some folks from Detroit. They were looking for some information. I stopped, I brought the group over, I helped the ladies out, let them know where they needed to go to get the autographs they were looking for, and then we went on. I think a lot of it has to do with the nature of the city of Atlanta. Atlanta's a place where people do stuff. I mean, there's a joke from Midnight in the Garden of Evil that the first question if someone from Atlanta asks you is, what do you do for a living? And this is a city where people like to do things. And I know personally most of my friends have some sort of side project going on at all times, whether it's geek related or not geek related. We've got something going on. And the other thing is we do pride ourselves on our southern hospitality, and I think what you described had a lot that was reflected in what you were describing.
It's fantastic. So anyway, well, I really appreciate your time today, and anything in closing that we can expect to see from Dragon Con in the future, or
Well,
what?
I think the biggest move that we're making at DragCon is that, yeah, we've filled up these 5 hotels. We have 14 other associated hotels that we filled all the rooms in the local area. And probably people will be excited to find out that next year we're going to have even more programming space because we're moving our vending areas out of the hotels into the area right across the street. There's a merchandise mart that we're going to be using. So we are expanding, we are embraced by the community, and we'd love to have you come on down.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. So anyway, we'll see you at Dragon Con next year then.